Hello, good evening, everyone. Welcome to today's info session on CFA Level 1. I hope everyone can hear me, see my screen. All good on that front?
Yes,
All right, great. Thank you, Naeem. All right, great. Thank you so much for joining in, everyone. We'll start discussing about the CFA Level 1 program with Phoenix, the overall program, the overall exam structure. So I'm going to begin with the exam structure, but before I get on with that, I would quickly like to introduce myself. So I am Shiv Mehta. I'm the head of CFA at the Phoenix Financial Training. I've been training delegates in CFA for over 12 years, and I teach across all levels. And apart from CFA, I've also taught various other finance courses like CMA, FRM, CAIA, and apart from that, I've also taught other finance courses like uh, you know, investment banking, private equity, and financial modeling in the past. Apart from my teaching experience, I've also had my share of industry experience in various finance verticals, such as credit ratings, investment banking, private equity. And my last job in the industry was with Deutsche Bank as an equity research analyst. So great. I'm glad to meet you all. Let's get going. I think many people have joined in. So again, I'm not going to take too much of time. I would leave some time on the questions that you might have, as some of you might be on the edge, and want to know about the CFA Level 1 exam. So I'm going to discuss that over here. So let me overall first speak about your CFA journey. So right now, first thing that you need to do is enroll yourself for the CFA, and then enroll yourself for the CFA Level 1 exam. Once you clear the CFA Level 1 exam, then you can appear for the CFA Level 2 exam. So CFA Level 1 exam happens 4 times a year: February, May, August, and November. This info session is primarily related to the November session, so which the journey will have to start now. And then once you clear your level one, then level two will come. Level two happens thrice a year in May, August, and November. And once you clear the CFA level two, you can opt for the CFA level three, in which happens twice a year, February and August. And then once you are done with CFA level three, you need to gain 3 years of work experience before applying for the CFA membership, and then you will be able to use the CFA across your name. So this is how the CFA journey looks like. And for you guys, if you start your level one now, you can give your level one exam in November, and then you can appear for the CFA level two exam in May next year, and then CFA level 3 can happen in February 2026. So if you look at it, this is around 18 months journey from now, and you can become the CFA charter holder. So this is your CFA journey overall. But today's session primarily will belong to CFA level 1 discussion and what is the exam going to be. So if you want, you can write few stuff here if that's important for you. So I'm going to first speak about the exam, and then I'm going to speak about the topics which are written on this slide. So what is the exam entailing? See, exam entails it's a 4 hour and 30 minutes exam. It's divided into two sessions. So there is session one, and then there is session two. The session one is of, again, half of the time, 2 hours, 15 minutes. You have then a half an hour optional break, and then you have 2 hours and 15-minute exam in session two. So it's the equal time that they're giving to session one and session two. Now, there are 10 topics, as you can see right across, and the weightages are given. But let me also talk about the fact that what kind of questions you will receive. So in session one, which is 2 hours, 15 minutes, you will be solving 90 multiple choice questions. And in CFA, there is a slight good news as compared to other exams that you might have given in the past. Usually, most of the MCQ questions that you've seen with other qualifications or other kind of tests, there are always four options, which means you have 25% probability to get it right. But here, there are only three options. So, there is a 33.33% probability that you can get that right, even if you swing and, just mark an answer for that matter. So 90 MCQs in the first session and then 90 MCQs in the second session. So overall, there are 180 MCQs and they are given in these weightages. So 180 MCQs, out of which 15 to 20%, which is the highest weightage, is given to the ethics. Now, I just wanted to understand how many of you are, and you can just raise your hand, have done ACCA or any other professional qualification in the past. I'm sure you have read ethics. So can you raise your hand if you have given any professional qualifications and have appeared for an ethics exam in the past? So I see a couple of show of hands. So, all right, 2, 3 people. Right now, this ethics is slightly different. This relates to investment profession. So whether you're working in an equity research department, you were working in investment banking, you're working in family offices, uh, the role that you end up doing over there, you will be exposed to a lot of ethical dilemmas. So here we are going to speak about 22 standards, 22 guidances they will give you about how you should behave. So this material will always stay with you as a CFA charter holder as well. So till the time you are a member of the CFA Institute, this will always stay with you. So for that matter, here what you are seeing is in CFA level 1, whatever you study, you will have that same material in level 2 and level 3 as well. Apart from some additional points in level 2 and level 3, the material 90% of the course will remain the same across all levels. So this is ethics 15 to 20%. It's very important that investment professionals behave ethically, and they have given or they have tried to give at least all the situations where you might be facing ethical dilemmas. And if you do not abide by our standards, then it's going to be a violation. And all of that discussion is going to happen over here. It's 15 to 20% weightage, a lot of marks. If you do well in this, obviously the chances of clearing the exam actually rises. Then you have quantitative methods, which has seen some reduction in the weightage. Earlier, it used to be 10 to 12% weightage. Now it has become 6 to 9% weightage. And again, it's a good news as compared to in the past, because the size of the material is also depleted over here. So 6 to 9% weightage. Here you are mostly going to study about statistics. So this involves understanding normal distribution, hypothesis testing, linear regression, time value of money, which is very, very important in finance. Then we have got economics. Economics, again, a little bit of the economics portion is microeconomics, where you will study those market structures that you might have seen in the past. Perfect competition, monopolistic competition, then we have oligopoly, then monopoly. And this is, you can say 15 to 20% or 10 to 15% of the economics, but the rest of it is macroeconomics. So here you will understand what do you mean by business cycles, what does the central bank do through their monetary policy, what does the government do with their fiscal policy, the impact of international trade, is it positive, is it negative? Then they will also speak about the forex exchange market. So this is what economics entails. 6 to 9% weightage is given to this. Then we have got again another heavyweight on the exam, financial statement analysis. This is, you can say accounting in general, you can generalize it and say it is going to be accounting, but yes. But here the major discussion is on income statement, balance sheet, and cash flow statement primarily. So here you will learn the interconnection between income statement, balance sheet, and cash flow statement. We go into the depth of all these three statements, and then we go into the depth of specific balance sheet items like inventory, long term assets, non current liabilities, and equity. So, this is again an important thing from the exam perspective, and it connects you really to the real world, because as an equity research analyst, as a credit analyst, as an investment banking analyst, or even as a finance controller within any, let's say, manufacturing firm, you will be required to forecast the financial statement. You will be required to build financial modeling, a financial model for that matter. And by the way, just I recall, they have added financial modeling as well recently in 2024. So this is going to be really helpful from the real life perspective. So it has a high weightage. It is important part of an analyst role. So it's given 11 to 14% weightage. And then we have got corporate issuers. Here you put yourself in a CFO shoe, and you identify how a CFO would choose a long-term project, how he would be able to raise money either through debt or equity, what will be the cost of the capital that he has raised. And it separately also talks about ESG matters and corporate governance issues. So this is what corporate issues entails. It has again 6 to 9% weightage. All these topics that I've just spoken about, they are tested in session 1. They are tested in session 1. The rest of the topics, and here are 4 asset classes: equity investments, fixed income. Fixed income, uh, both of these, equity and fixed income, has 11 to 14% weightage. Then we have got derivatives, which is a risk management tool. Here you will learn about futures, forwards, options. This has the lowest weightage on the exam, 5 to 8% weightage. It might have a very low weight in level 1, but its importance increases as you move across all levels, level 2 and level 3. And then we have got alternative investments, which is a brilliant asset class. And, over the past few years, it has increased its weightage in the portfolios of individual and institutional investors. So here, earlier it used to be around 6 to 8% weightage. Now they have increased the weightage to 7 to 10%. And then finally, all of this comes together. All these asset classes come together and we create portfolios for investors. And this is where you study portfolio management. And this has 8 to 12% weightage. Again, high weightage. This is all going to come in session 2. This will all come in session 2 of the exam. Now, if I have to pinpoint what is going to be difficult, what is going to be easy, now I'm going to highlight that. So 3 stars will be given to the most difficult ones, 2 stars to moderate level of difficulty, and 1 star to the easy ones. So I'm going to give 3 stars first. First one of them is fixed income. Fixed income is really heavy in level 1. Um, but again, what we have done is we have created the notes in such a way that you would enjoy fixed income. It's not a lot of history that we have given over here. It's just exam perspective that we take. And I love fixed income. This is going to be my specialty across all levels, level 1, level 2, and level 3. And it actually is a topic which brings the best in you as an analyst. So if you enjoy fixed income, you will enjoy CFA. But yeah, it is heavy to begin with, but as you proceed across all levels, you will see that things will start to make more sense. So this I would categorize it as difficult. I would categorize derivatives as well slightly challenging if you have never studied derivatives ever in the past. So this might be challenging for you. And apart from this, there is no other very difficult topics that you're going to see. What you're going to see is moderate level of difficulty over here with quants, financial statement and analysis. If you've never studied this before, then a little bit of portfolio management. And the rest of it, I would categorize it as easy. So these are all easy materials. So that is what I wanted to discuss about the CFA level 1 exam pattern. And now I believe you would like to know the pass rate as well of the CFA level 1 exam. Now the pass rate is around 38 to 42% for level 1. Although just after COVID, the pass rates actually fell a lot. It was in the worst window, it was around 22%, but off late it has come back to the average. It's around 38 to 40% once again. And to score well or to clear the exam, all you have to do is there are 180 MCQ questions. You can, if you're able to get 70% of the questions right, and which is highly achievable, you will definitely clear the exam. So we will build strategies around it. The first study tip would be to focus on the high weighted areas, which is ethics, FSA, financial statement analysis. Then you probably could also focus on fixed income and equity. This comprises of 50 to 60% of the course. If you do well in these 4 areas, I'm sure you will clear the exam. So this is what I wanted to discuss about the CFA level 1 exam. Any questions here? I mean, I know I have to discuss what we are going to offer you, but at the same time, I would like to know if there are any questions on the exam pattern particularly.
Yes, I do. May I missed? You said the result for this November sitting will coming in the Feb the following year, right?
The results come around in January.
January. Okay.
So
Okay.
January
And
first week, the results will come out.
okay. And the pass to clear this paper, you need to secure 70 percentage, right?
Yes, I mean that will put you in the safe zone
But
primarily.
how do they evaluate you? Like they take an average?
Okay. So this is something that they haven't disclosed. Obviously, how do they evaluate all of that? But what I know is that if you've got 70% above, uh, you definitely clear the exam. So this is some information based on my experience. I'm telling you this.
Okay. Okay. Let's try to get that.
Right. So
All right, that's it from me.
70%. Sorry.
Yeah, I got that.
Okay. Perfect. 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 All right. Any other questions, remarks? Let me know, please. Okay. So I presume all of that would be good. Okay. So I have some questions. How long does it take to prepare for level 1 if one is working as well? So, not sure about your name, but the level 1, as I said, we are starting our batches on June 2nd for November window. And this will give you enough time. So around 4 or 5 months is enough time to prepare even while working for the CFA level 1 exam. Obviously, the last 15 to 20 days is very, very important. So you'll have to spend more time on studies. So if you could take that 10-day of leave, 10 days or 10 to 15 days of leaves at the end, that will be really, really, really helpful while revision phase. Now, we start on, as I said, on June 2, and we will go on till the September end to complete the tuition phase. And then we go through the whole material once again in 1 month. And that will be part of the revisions where we'll practicing a lot of questions. We will review the material once again with you. And then you will be left with around 10 to 15 days to do your final revision before the exam. The costs for the exam and materials, the cost of CFA level 1 exam exactly is around, I think, because you've not enrolled yourself yet. So it's around 13 to $1,400 with the CFA Institute. This is to book for your exam, register with the CFA Institute. This is separate to what you will pay for your tuition over here with Phoenix. Uh, Here with Phoenix, the course is around 8,775, but we can discuss the pricing over the call. So that is the original cost of that. Is it worth doing it? So that's an interesting question. One second. Is it worth doing just level one? I would like to obviously know more about what you want to achieve. Which roles do you want to get into to help you out with this answer? So if you want to put it on the chat box, that would be great, and I can address that point, the third point as well from you.
Sorry, I have one question. Basically, I was waiting for the questions to end, and then I thought, okay. But what I wanted to ask is that I'm in my career. I'm in accounting. I have
Mm-hmm.
done ACCA, and
Mm-hmm.
also I have qualified CPA. I'm a member of
Mm-hmm.
both institutes.
Yeah.
From the very beginning of my career, I was always interested in CFA, but never really
Oh,
got the
okay.
opportunity. I always focused on my career in accounting, and it's
Okay.
been 10 to 12 years now. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm working as a manager.
Okay.
What I wanted to ask you is that, do you think, I mean, at this stage of my life, at this career, would CFA would do anything to me? Because I think it's a separate path. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I understand I have to work with investment houses, equity firms to gain that experience. But would it
Not
worth it? I
necessarily.
mean,
Firstly,
mm-hmm,
the experience that you've had in the past is a valid experience. I mean, I'm just talking objectively from the point of view that if you want to apply for your CFA charter, it's
mm-hmm,
uh, a valid experience. Okay, it's a valid experience to get your charter, number one. Number two, obviously, accounting experience really helps wherever you are working. Even as a CFA charter holder, I've, as I said, worked in various fields like equity research. I've worked in credit analysis. I've worked in investment banking and private equity. And what you are also seeing is CFA charter holders are even demanded by companies now, especially when they are, planning for their investments. They want to do M&A,
mm-hmm,
mergers and
mm-hmm.
acquisitions. So even there, the CFA charter holders are really helpful. So if you plan to become a more of a strategic leader in your company and just not accounting, accounting obviously helps, with everything. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
the strategic leader in the company who would be involved in a lot of these, M&A transactions, for instance, I think the CFA would really help you out in achieving that goal.
Understood. Let me phrase my question in a different way. So let's
Yeah.
say I'm making a good salary right now, and I know
Hmm.
that, let's say, when I start my CFA and I start with an equity firm to gain that experience, I would not be paid that handsomely, right? So I have to take a step back in my career, or let's say take a different route. What I want to understand is that how much time do you think for a person like me having a 10 years of experience in accounting and management, uh, how fast would I be able to come back to the same earning levels? Let's say in 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, or what do you think? I mean, given the market norm, and as you said that the companies are hiring for strategic managers and
Hmm.
analysts. So what do you think? I mean, because I'm trying to analyze if this is something I would really want to do it, but would the
Hmm.
financial gains or would the financial liability will be too huge? I mean, the opportunity cost would be too much for me.
Again, given if I look at an ideal path, right, for you,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
CFA charter holders over here, uh, with a little bit of nice little experience over here, are earning a huge amount of salary. I mean, we are looking at 60, 70 just at as an associate level,
Mm-hmm.
right? So, I mean, again, situations can be different for different people. But then, if everything goes well for you, you are able to find that first crack, the first job in the investment field. And trust me, your accounting experience will be helpful. But then,
Right.
uh, I mean, how do I comment on how much time will it take? But again, if
Let's say the
everything
payback
goes well,
period.
and
Yeah.
from an analyst to associate, you can go in 2 years, and an associate could typically earn 50 to 60 to 65,000 easily per month
Hmm.
here. Uh,
And what about
because obviously
the?
CFAs are paid really well. That's one thing
Hmm.
for sure. But again, if everything goes well, see, that for that you'll have to do a
Right.
networking, you'll have to approach different people, because clearing the exam just won't help. You will obviously have to indulge yourself in work related stuff, which we can
Hmm.
obviously speak about separately as a separate discussion.
Understood. Yeah,
uh,
yeah, yeah. No,
but
no, I don't want
what
to take
we
a
are
lot of time.
looking
Yeah.
at is, we have got students, uh, and I know one from a sovereign wealth fund. For that matter, what he told me, his purpose of giving a CFA exam is because he already joined as an analyst with a sovereign wealth fund. He says to get a promotion, uh, he needs the CFA level 1 and 2 to
Hmm.
the next level, right? So these firms are demanding for CFA charter holders in that sense.
Right. Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome. So I have a question as well. So you are an undergraduate student in year 3 right now. Yes, so definitely, I think of late, what has happened is, CFA Institute has relaxed the eligibility criteria. Earlier, it used to be that a student had to be a graduate to start their CFA journey. But now they have made it a little more relaxed. All you need to have is, you can appear for the exam 2 years before your graduation date. You can appear for your CFA level 1 exam. So it's always because CFA level 1 specifically resonates with the fact that it is closer to what is taught in MBA, but obviously in a lot more depth. CFA level 2 and level 3 is where you start learning more things which are used by analysts in the practical day-to-day life. So by the time you complete your graduation, it is always beneficial to at least have completed CFA level 1. You can wait for, CFA level 2 if you want to, uh, but CFA level 1, if it is done and dusted, you have that knowledge base. And for that matter, what you are now seeing is that many students are doing it. So you want to stay competitive with the peers that you've got, uh, you should ideally go for this professional qualification. Yingyi, I hope I pronounced your name right. So I hope I answered
Okay,
your question.
thank you. And I do have like, is there any like, valid date or something for like, let's say I got CFA certificate for level 1, and like, do I have to do the level 2 in certain day, or like, is there any, time duration that I have to do it?
Not really. There is no time duration. In fact, what we are looking at is there is an upcoming batch that is coming up for CFA level 2 as well. That person gave the exam, CFA level 1 exam way back in 2011.
Um,
And now he is giving CFA level 2. So there is no validity uh, constraint over here at all.
okay. Thank you.
Right. Perfect. Great questions. I hope I answered all these questions. Sorry, someone by the name of IA. I hope I answered your question as well. Third part. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Now, I want to also speak about something called as practical skills module, which is a latest addition in the CFA course. A practical skills module will teach you, how to build a financial model, or if you are interested in coding, then it will teach you how is Python applicable for finance students. So they have some training modules that you have to complete in order to get your results. So you can do it after you have given the CFA level 1 exam in November. You will have like a month to complete these 10 hours of roughly, it's a 10 hours of videos to complete. and they ask you a few questions here and there, concept checker, and that helps you complete the practical skills module. But it covers a very, very important skill, which is financial model. Now, any finance professional, whether you are an accountant or you are into investment field, anyone should always learn financial model. It's a very basic requirement these days. Like, it used to be that if a typist needed to know how to type, then as a finance professional you need to know how to build a financial model, how to do forecasting. So it's a very important skill which has been taught over here. CFA Institute has provided some videos by an institute called as Corporate Finance Institute. You can go over these videos and complete them, and you will have another skill up your sleeve which you can show to your employers. So these are called as practical skills modules. We have similar ones in level 2 and level 3 as well. Then about our training process, we, as I told you, go through 3 phases. We go through a tuition phase, which is roughly around 90 hours of face-to-face content. And apart from this, we also provide you pre-recorded lectures, which I have personally recorded in the studios. And this access is always available with you on the go. So if you missed out a session because you were busy, you can always catch up on the material. And what we also give you during the tuition phase is our, trainer crafted notes. So as I told you, I have been teaching this CFA for over 12 years now. And what I've done is I've brought in all my experience of teaching overall the last 12 years and 6 years in GCC region. And I brought in all of that experience, best practices, and created these notes. These are mostly summarized notes, exam focused notes, and we will be able to deliver them within these 90 hours. And there will be some topics which are not that important. We will assign the videos for that, but these videos are available for all the topics for that matter. And then you will go through a 1-month revision course with us. And this includes 50 hours or 50 to 54 hours of sessions with us, where we will go over the material once again. And here we have again created even more summarized version of the notes, which will help you during that last, minute revision phase that you would want before the exam. And again, we will be practicing a lot of these questions which are provided by the CFA Institute. These are called as practice pack. These practice pack questions are the ones that are prepared by the same people who prepare question for the exam. So you will look at those questions, how the trainer solves those questions, and we will solve those questions with you, and you will have enough practice with us as well, and then you can do the practice on your own as well, during the revision phase or tuition phase. And then we will also be conducting a final mock exam. This will be announced closer to the date. So this is our training process, and these are our different study packages. If you look at it, the platinum includes both face-to-face and online. We have some installment plans over here. It's face-to-face tuition and revision. There are interim and final mocks. You will be part of a WhatsApp group where you can ask your doubts, questions, clarifications from the trainer 24/7. You will be getting a hard copy of our Phoenix notes, and there is also a free lifetime reset guarantee. There are, however, terms and conditions which you can speak to our team to know. And then there is a silver package. Silver package is just the online content, which is what happens in the tuition phase. So this is, here you will have interim and final mocks again, personalized WhatsApp tutor support, and hard copy of our Phoenix notes. The gold is somewhere sitting in the middle. The tuition, you can do it with the videos. The revision, you can do it face to face with us. Rest of the things are exactly the same. And these are our team of CFA tutors.
Sorry, sir, to interrupt you. Sorry to interrupt. Can you go back and just let us know what is the tuition fees for, I mean, just to have an idea for silver, gold, and platinum?
Sure. So again, what you've got for the platinum is 8,775. right? The gold is around 6,850 and the silver is around 4,900. So this is the cost of this. But we can
Thank you, sir.
obviously connect and we can speak about uh, the prices on a real time basis face to face.
Understood. Thanks.
Right. So as I said, this is our team of trainers. We have the largest team of CFA tutors. So primarily, all subjects are taught by me, Mr. Vignesh. Some of you might know him, Mr. Sanjay. They both have around. Vignesh has more than 16 years of teaching experience. Sanjay has more than 10 years of teaching experience. And then we have got some subject matter experts. Sara is specializes in financial statement and analysis. Rona specializes in ethics. And we have got Mustafa, again, who specializes in few subjects. So this is our tutor team. Now, if there are any questions, I'll be happy to address them. Please do let me know.
Hi, Chef.
Yes.
Thank you so much for your insights into the course. I do
Yes, sir.
have one question for you. Someone who is into auditing and who's currently an auditor at Big Four, taking
Mm-hmm.
up CFA, first of all, the time frame, will that be enough to, to actually get a 70% and above? And
Mm-hmm.
is this course actually going to complement my career in the long run?
So see, again, obviously, CFA does not entail auditing, and you aren't going to see many CFA charter holders in an audit role. So, first thing that you will have to evaluate is: are you thinking of moving from the auditing role, or is it something that you would want to continue forever? So that's going to be my first question to you. Secondly, even in Big Four, right, there are CFA charter holders required specifically in the valuations team. Because in CFA, especially level two, everything is about valuation of different asset classes, of different equities, preferred stock, common stock, and stock options, and so on and so forth. So even in Big Four, valuation is still required because there is an indicative valuation that is a service that even the Big Four provides. So if you're planning to move into that, yes, CFA is going to be really, really, really helpful. Uh, about the time frame that you've got, in fact, in my last batch itself, there were 3 or 4 auditors, and they did not find that timings to be challenging. Obviously, you'll have to put in some effort uh, on your own time, but as I said, trust me, the notes that we have prepared, there is a 3,300 pager curriculum. We have all truncated that into 800 pages. Revision we have truncated into 100 pages. So what you have got is from us, you will see the points which will definitely, or not definitely, but from those points you can solve the exam questions. So that is what I can assure you of.
All right, thank you for your insights. Uh,
Yes.
the exam will be held in November.
Yes.
So, and classes starts around June of 2nd, right?
June of 2nd. Yes.
All right. Is there going to be another sitting apart from November later on?
So yeah, see, we will there will be Feb and May sitting. Obviously, so sittings happen 4 times a year for CFA level 1: February, then May, August, and November. We are yet to launch the date for February window. So if you want to plan for February, we can come back to you with the launch date once we have finalized it.
So the tuition will again start like couple of months before Feb opening, yeah?
Not couple of months, 4 or 5 months before. So I have to roughly point it out, August or September
Okay.
would be
Okay.
the time, round about that.
Okay. Thank you so much, Chef.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Hi, Shiv. Sorry, I have one question on since you mentioned on 2nd of June. I know we are
Mhm.
almost at the end of May, and it's like 4 days to go, 4 or 5 days
Mhm.
roughly. How if let's say if I want to join the course
Mhm.
with Phoenix, what is the
Mhm.
best way to go about it? I mean, let's say if I am out of the country and I'm not
Mhm.
there in Dubai, what is
Mhm.
the best way that I have to reach out? I mean, any contacts that I need to send an email? How would I transfer
Okay.
the money? When the classes will start? What are the timings? I mean, what is the whole
So is it going to be a
situation with that?
temporary issue or a kind of a longer term issue here?
It's going to be a longer term. I mean, for probably
Okay.
for 6 months or 1 year.
Okay. So in that case, I think for you it should be ideally the silver package if you look at it, which is completely online. So again, if you enroll yourself for the silver package, okay, we will provide you the videos. I'm going to actually also, you are all available here. I'm going to show you the platform on which we will provide you the videos. So just give me one quick moment. So just a
Hmm.
second. So this is something that is available. This platform is available with everyone, whichever course, whichever package you choose for. Uh, so here is our Panopto platform. As you could see, you will be getting an access to a folder just like this one. This is what we are giving access to the silver students, gold students of people who are appearing for the exam in August. So here, as you could see, all the 10 topics are given a folder. So I'll just go to, let's say, corporate issuers, for instance. So as you could see, you just have to start watching the videos. And as you could see, these are bite-sized videos, 15, 20 minutes on the tops. And you can watch it on the go, any given time on your phone or on the laptop. And
Hmm.
as you said that if you have any doubts, how do you reach out to us? Well, you will be added to a WhatsApp group where you can ask your questions anytime and we will respond on that. So all the trainers will be available on that WhatsApp group.
Understood. Thank you. And since the course is going to start in 5 days, I mean, how would we get an email? I mean, probably you will show at the end what is the email that we need to reach out for register with Phoenix or
Okay, what I'm going to do is I will obviously your email is with us, right? So if you what I could do
yes,
is I could write in your details, or if you could just directly message me, I'm going to have my team reach
absolutely.
out to you.
Can you
And
share your email address probably?
yeah, sure. I'll share my contact details.
Okay.
Actually,
Thank you,
going
sir.
to write it over here. So one quick second. So here is my contact number. You can directly reach out to me. And here is my email address. So this is my contact details. So you can reach out to me. And as far as enrolling for any course, let's say for a silver course is concerned, you can even go to our website and you can enroll for the course over there as well. So it's like an add to cart option. And then we will be sharing the Panopto login ID and passwords with you.
Understood. Just one question on the registration and the exam with the CFA Institute.
Mhm.
So should we do it right away? Should we wait till let's say 15th of June to have the money and then pay the fees? What is your suggestion? I mean, what is the latest date? I mean, that we can pay probably in July or in June. I mean, just to I know that probably information is available on their website as well, but yeah, if
Uh-huh.
you can summarize. just to
Yeah,
have an
sure.
idea?
In fact, what I'm going to do is it's easy to even just go to their website and check that out. So I'm just going to show you on the CF Institute website.
Sir, I don't want
Real
to take a lot
fast.
of time. I think we can do that as
No problem.
well. But yeah, I mean, if somebody else has a question, but thanks
Yes,
for that.
please. Yeah. Anyone has any questions, please do not hesitate to ask me. And in the meantime, I'll just show you the exact dates. Yeah, here we are. So let me quickly show it to you. So for the November exam, right, the registration actually started a while back, 8th February. Early registration, where we had lower fees, finished 16th April. And now the registration closes on 7th of August. And you can schedule your exam. So registration means enrolling yourself, filling your details with the CF Institute, uh, and paying for the exam. And then scheduling deadline, that is scheduling the exam date, is till 13th of August. You can even reschedule for your exam before 14th of October if you're not feeling confident about your preparation. And then the CFA exam dates are set 13 to 19th of November. Hope that
Thank
makes
you, sir.
sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, perfect. I have had the questions about the days and timings of the classes now. Now, uh, what we have done is that we've got two sessions a week, one on the weekday, and there will be one on the weekend. To begin with, what you will have is in the first month, you will be having the session on the weekend on Sunday, which is the timings for those will be 9 to 4. And then the weekday session, which will be initially on Thursday, that will be from 7 to 10 in the evening, because I think most of you are working professionals. So you'll be working till that time and you can come at 7. That's just one day a week. Then later on, post that 1 month, these sessions will move, or the weekday session will move to Tuesday, and then the weekend session will move to Saturday. Again, the timings are similar, 9 to 4 on Saturday, and then weekday session 7 to 10. This will continue in your revision phase as well. But it's not that every weekend you'll have to come. You might have breaks in the middle as well. So what you will see is that most of the time, you will have alternate weekends as the sessions. So there'll be one Saturday, then the next Saturday will be a break. Then your, lecture will be on the Saturday after that. Hope I answered your question, Sachi. I
Chef, I have a
Yes,
question, please.
yes, please.
Okay, what happened was I've been following a lot of people who are doing CFA and had done the CFA. So I could see
Hmm.
when they share the result, they share this
Hmm.
picture and they could see their performance level in each set of this 10 topics that they're covering. So
Yeah,
when we have the result, or when we are evaluated, we will be evaluated on each of the 10 topic, or is it overall 70%?
overall 70%. Never on each topic,
All right, all right, all right.
right?
Yes,
By the
thank
way, just I wasn't inclined to share this info, but let me actually, I think some of you have concerns about the pass rates as well. So let me just share. I do have had the experience of setting the minimum passing score in the past. So I was one of the panelists in 2017. I went to the US twice on CFA Institute's money, and was part of the panelists who had set up the minimum passing scores. So I've read last 50 years of data, how the passing marks were, and what should you do to get the passing marks. So trust me, when I say 70% above, it's a sure shot pass. I'm not even saying 99.9. 99% probability. I'm saying 100% probability that you will pass if you get 70% and above. So that's one thing for sure. I know the exact thing as well, but I'm not, it's a violation to the standards that we've been set,
Because
the
it's very
ethical
strange.
standards
I
that,
don't know how they do it, how they come
uh-huh.
up with the pass. But I trust you. 70, it's good. Let's go for 70.
Yes, no, that's what I'm trying to say. I know the whole process. Even I didn't know when I gave the exam in 12, 13, and 14. But when they called me in 2017, I knew the whole process. I got to know the whole process. I'm exposed to that whole process of setting up the minimum passing scores. So
Right.
you've got, like me, there were 25 people who came across the world, from across the world. They all checked the paper. They all looked at how an average student, a just qualified candidate, they call it, whether he will be able to solve this question or not. And then, you don't look at only one person who is looking at that, but you're looking at a panel of 25 to 30 people who look at all of that. And their averages is what then the board of governors of the CF Institute look at, and then they decide the final passing score.
All right. And one
So
more
it's a long
question. I know
process.
that there is 90 hours in study that's given. I mean, you are teaching us, but apart from that, I could see in the website you're supposed to give 300 hours of study time. So how would you plan yourself if you were like doing it? How would you plan your day, or every day you give so much of hours?
No, no, not so much of hours. So see, I mean, if I have to just do a simple maths, right? From now, 180 days are left, if you look at it. So 300 divided by 180 is roughly around 1 hour, 1.7, 1.8 hours. So less than 2 hours if you give every day, you will definitely clear the exam. If I just average out everything. But as you could see that we are giving around 150 hours of training in the class. So you have another 150 hours to do at your end. So you are looking at roughly around 1 hour a day. That's all we request you for.
Okay. Okay.
But if you can do it in a consistent basis, a focused way, so that is what we require.
So you do like in this 1 hour, you do a lot of exam practice, or you go back to the content? Because I
So
have signed
see,
up for VNX, but normally when I signed up for ECC, they've given me a lot of content. But this time I didn't
mhm.
get anything like an exam questionnaire or something, just to give a go, like how good I am, how bad I am, to just to see.
So again, your CFA, once we start the classes, right, there are certain pre-reads. We will also go over them in the class. And I'm going to add people on the WhatsApp group, and we will kind of tell you about which topics to go over
Okay.
before you come to the class, but not now. We will tell you about that later on. You will be starting with economics when you come on June 2.
All right.
So nothing to read right now. That's absolutely fine in CFA. Once you start the classes, all you have to do is just go back, revise the topic quickly, and then practice questions.
All right. Clear. Thank you.
Perfect. Perfect. All right. Uh, any other discussion points? Anyone? All good?
So, sorry, just one question, Shiv, one more. I
Sure.
saw on the online platform you were showing the videos that are
Mhm.
the training courses. The questions are also will be there, right? I mean, as you said that we will listen to the course and then after that we will revise it and then we will straight away when go to the questions. So probably
Questions are
that would be
actually
also
given by
provided.
the CFA Institute. Okay, so once you register for the
Okay.
exam, you will have access
Mm-hmm.
to another platform from the CFA Institute. We call it LES, Learning
Right.
Ecosystem. So on there, you will see that there are a lot of questions for each and every chapter that you go through with us.
Understood. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yes, you're welcome. All right. Any other questions, anyone? All good? All right. So I believe that's great. I hope I solved all your questions. I would like to thank you for joining in and hope to see you in the session soon.
All right. Thank you, Shiv. See you soon.
Thank you. See you soon. Thank you.
Thanks. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye. Thank you.